Hi bitches, so today I'm gonna do another story time. For today's story time, I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time I hated my pregnancy for the entire 9 months for my friends, my family, my parents, basically everybody. Nobody found out till later that day that I gave birth. So yeah. So this is not the full story. If you just want to hear the full story, it is one of the 3 videos that is pinned on my TikTok profile. So if you guys want to watch that, go watch that. This is just a video explaining about how I found out, my symptoms, basically everything you guys want to know. So a lot of you guys were asking if me and my boyfriend are still together. Yes, me and my boyfriend are still together. We've been together for 6 years, about to be 7 in June. And another question you guys were asking me was how old was I when I found out that I was pregnant. I was not 15, I was not 16 like a lot of you guys were saying in the comments. I actually was 18 when I found out that I was pregnant and 19 when I gave birth. A lot of you guys assumed that I wore a waist trainer to hide my pregnancy. No, I didn't do anything to harm my baby. I'm just a very small person, and I'm always used to wearing oversized t-shirts, and I would wear my boyfriend's hoodies. So it was nothing out of the ordinary. So my parents always just assumed like I wore baggy clothes. A lot of you guys were kind of like confused on how neither of my parents found out even while I was living with them. Yeah, so nobody found out till, like I said, the day I gave birth. The day I went into labor, later that day, that's when everybody found out. I don't know how my parents didn't know if I was living with them, because I know a lot of people in the comments were saying like their Mexican parents always found out by dreams. I honestly thought that was gonna happen to my mom. I thought she would find out by a dream, but no. So when I was pregnant, I was working full time. I was working the entire 9 months. Half of that time I was working with my mom, and around that time it was honestly like I was very irritated by the ladies I was working with. A lot of them were fucking chismosas, and they would always tell my mom like, I think your daughter's pregnant, I think she's doing this, that, whatever. Like, bitch, why the fuck do you care? I'm 18, about to be 19. I don't know why these pinches viejas were trying to feed my mom all this shit, but my boyfriend was my first kiss. He's the first person I did anything with, and we are still together, okay? So before him, I've never kissed anybody, I've never done anything with anybody. So I don't know if you guys know what a whore means or what it is to be a whore, but yes, he was my first kiss, he was my first everything, and we are still together, okay? So, okay, now that I got that out of the way, I know a lot of people were asking me about my symptoms and how I found out I was pregnant. So, my symptoms were mostly just like nausea. I would just feel very sick, but never once did I throw up, okay? So I found out I was pregnant because my boyfriend was driving around, and while we were driving around, we were trying to look for somewhere to eat, and anytime that he would drive by a fast food place, I would see their logos, like the McDonald's logo, the Taco Bell logo, like any food logo, and it would make me sick. And that's when I was like, okay, fuck, like this shit ain't normal. Like there's no way someone's getting fucking sick off the food logos. And that's when I thought like, okay, I might be pregnant. So then that's when I took a test. So because I never visited a clinic, obviously I didn't take any prenatal care. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I thought, oh, well, back then, they didn't have any of these resources that we have now. They didn't take any prenatal care, like, and their babies were perfectly fine. That's how I thought. Like, I would just pray and be like, everything's gonna work out, everything's gonna be okay. Another question I got asked was, why didn't I take any prenatal care, or why didn't I go to the clinic? Guys, the reason why I didn't go to the clinic was because I was so scared that my parents would find out this way, because everything was linked to my parents' phone number, right? So anytime I would get like a prescription, or any time they would call me for an appointment, my parents would get the call first since everything was linked to them. So I was honestly very scared to go see a doctor.